Good morning! Are you ready for another really exciting week of different activities and challenges and new experiences? All on the very exciting topic of space! I am very excited. Now, quick question though, if today is the first day of a brand new week, what day of the week is it? Monday! Well done! Monday. Last time I saw you, it was the 4th. Now, that was a number of days ago. That was on Thursday. Let's look at our number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was Thursday. 5 was Friday. 6 was Saturday. 7 was Sunday. So today must be the 8th. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can make 8 on our hands with 5 and a 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's find the 8. I often call it the snowman 8. Now we make 8 a little bit like a letter that we've covered in our phonics. We make the 8 by making a S first and then crossing back up. S, cross back up. S, cross. It's a really nice number to draw, but it does look a little bit like a snowman, doesn't it? So snowman 8 replaces number 4. Now we're still in February. It is still a wintry month, and my goodness, what a wintry day it was yesterday. We called it the polystyrene snow. Did you have that? It was snowing, and yet it wasn't big floaty flakes like we've had in previous times when we've had snow, beginning of last week. It was this kind of round, not quite hail, but it did hit the windows with a bit of force, and it didn't make good snowballs at all. Now today outside my window, I think it's looking a little bit like this. It's a bit cloudy, but I would say if things are falling from the sky, it is snow. But I wonder, will we get very much snow that we can actually play in again? Fingers crossed, because I love to play in the snow. And we are still, as we said, in the season of winter. Now, we had a request to learn more about the stars and about planets, generally about space. But space is a big, huge, gigantic thing. There's so much that we can learn about space. So I would like a few suggestions from you on the topic of space this time. In the comments below this video, can you let me know any questions you have about space? For example, why does the moon get small and then get big again? Why does the sun come up in the morning and disappear at night? What is the furthest planet away from Earth? What is the hottest? What do astronauts actually do in space? Questions like that. What puzzles you about space? What makes you wonder and want to find out more? And we will try and answer some of those questions. Most of the time I'll try and answer them in these videos, but if there's any books or any stories that I can find, I might do additional videos that might help answer those big questions. Now, because it's the beginning of a brand new topic, I thought I would read you this morning, which is Roaring Rockets. We're going to be talking about rockets. We might be making rockets. We might be jetting ourselves off on a rocket adventure. So I thought this was a very appropriate book to start with. Now this book, it might look a little bit like a storybook. The illustrations have been drawn and painted. They're not photographs of real things, but actually it is an information book. It has different characters in it, which of course are fictional. They are made up, they are imaginative, but what it's really doing is giving us information. It's a story written based on facts. So we would regard this as being an information book. Now then, here we go. Wow! Rockets have power. They rise and roar. This rocket is waiting, ready to soar. Did you hear the rhyming words there? They rise and roar. This rocket is waiting to soar. Roar and soar. That's a great rhyming pair. Rockets carry astronauts in cool white suits, oxygen helmets and moon boots. Whoosh! The countdown is finishing. 3, 2, 1, action! Blast off! The journey's begun. Rockets have fuel in big tanks, and when they are empty, they drop away. Thanks! So different parts of the rocket fall off as it goes up into space. Up in space, you're really light, so astronauts need to buckle in tight. Now, you're light because there's no gravity. Gravity is what pulls things down from the floor. It's what happens if you drop something, it falls. In space, there's no gravity. There's no force pulling things down to Earth. So you float around. I think that would be an amazing feeling. Rockets go far. Through space they zoom, reaching as far as the big round moon. Down comes the lander with legs out ready and fiery boosters to hold it steady. Out come the astronauts to plant their flag and scoop up samples in their moon rock bags. That's what people did when they went to the moon. They took little samples of rocks so that the scientists could study them under microscopes and actually perform tests on them to find out what they're made of. Rockets explore, through space they roam, but when they're done, they head back home. Rockets re-enter with a fiery flash and land in the sea with a sizzling splash. The helicopter comes to carry the brave crew away. 3 cheers for the astronauts. Hip hip, hooray! Now here are the rocket parts. This is the page I think is really interesting. So here we have the moon boots. Because you don't weigh anything in space, the moon boots are really heavy. If you were to walk around in them on planet Earth, you would find it really hard to pick your legs up. But in space, they need them to try and hold the astronauts down. The oxygen helmet, very important. There's no air to breathe up in space. We need that chemical called oxygen. We breathe it in, it goes into our blood, and it helps our muscles move. Without it, we wouldn't be able to survive. So when astronauts are in space where there's no oxygen in the air, they have to have it pumped through their helmets to help them stay alive. This is a lunar lander. It's a little vehicle that takes astronauts from the rocket down onto the surface of the moon. And here we have the rocket itself, the command module where the astronauts sit, the fuel tanks that are at the bottom, some of which fall away when they've used up all the fuel because it's just empty weight to be carrying around. Fantastic. I love rockets. I would love to go on a space adventure, but I think it might be a little bit scary too, because space is a huge place. We're going to finish this morning with a little song. Now, I know you know a Twinkle Twinkle song, and we've sung that loads of times. Let's start with that. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now, I've got another version of that song that I thought we would sing that's based on that same tune, and it's called The Astronaut and the Rocket Ship. Are you ready? Astronaut, helmet on, and the rocket ship zoomed to the moon on a little trip. Out of the window, what did they see? Comets, and stars, and the galaxy. Astronaut and the rocket ship zoomed to the moon on a little trip. That sounds amazing. You know, astronauts, they have to learn a lot. They have to do lots of research, lots of learning to make sure that they know enough about space and they know what to do when things go right, but also when things go wrong. So they're very, very, very clever people. Now, I'd like to finish with a little rhyme. This is called Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll be there very soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the sun. The sun is really a big star, but it's a burning ball of fire in the sky. Keeps us toasty warm. Can you imagine going really close to it? Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the sun. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're having lots of fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Final verse. Zoom, 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 we're going to a star. Zoom, 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 it's really very far. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Oh, I cannot wait to blast off into this week. I hope you enjoy the activities that we've shared with you today. Let us know how you get on and any questions you have about space. Type them into the comments section of this video and we'll do our best to answer them. Have a great week, everybody. Bye for now.